Hey everyone, one last quick video for the night, which is how high can Bitcoin go and does that matter? I've covered that on a video before, but I'll cover specifically because sometimes people ask me, like, do I think it's going to go to by 2030 to $250,000 a coin or $500,000 a coin or $1 million a coin? And what I tell them is, okay, first, I think it's probably $500,000 to $1 million a coin by 2030. But what really matters is what is your next best investment alternative? And everything I know tells me that Bitcoin is a better investment alternative than all of my next best investment alternatives. So I could invest in stocks. I could invest in bonds. I could invest, excuse me, in real estate. I could invest in, private companies, private equity deals, venture capital, tons of different asset classes. And all of my research on all of those leads me to believe that Bitcoin is a better risk reward profile with a radically higher potential return profile than any of those other assets. So when people ask me, I'm happy to, speculate on what the upside might be, but what really matters is what is your next best alternative. And so let's say in, worst case scenario, Bitcoin doubles in the next, 5 years, which I think is radically lower than it will actually do. Well, if somebody comes to me and says, hey, Joel, I bought Bitcoin at $70,000 per coin. I waited 5 years and it only went to $140,000 per coin. Then they're unhappy because their investment return wasn't as big as they thought. My response would be, well, what else would you have put that money in? Because if doubling of your money over the next 5 years, let's say there's a massive worldwide recession and, the economy's in chaos, and we already know the Chinese stock market and their economies, heading down fast. The Japanese yen, which is the Japanese currency, is plunging right now in value as compared to other currencies. So if the next 5 years is a period of insane chaos and you double your money in Bitcoin and everybody else loses 50% of their wealth, well, then Bitcoin was a radically better investment than all of your next best alternatives. So again, it's not so much a specific matter of what multiple it might be achieved. It's really a question of what is achievable with every one of your other next best alternatives. And I just believe Bitcoin has a better risk reward profile and that the upside of Bitcoin radically exceeds, vastly succeeds any other asset class, including stocks, bonds, real estate, private equity, venture capital, and anything else I could possibly put my money in, which is literally anything else. So that's why I have the vast majority of my liquid assets in Bitcoin, is because it's just a way better risk reward profile and return profile than anything else. And so I don't know what each of those other asset classes are going to do over the next 5 or 10 years. I just believe Bitcoin's going to beat all of them. And maybe all of them combined. Who knows? So anyway, hopefully, as always, that's helpful. Have a great night.